That's my head coach. Like, I hated that our fans booed her before the game. That made me a little sick, to be honest. And you can disagree and this and that, and I get it. It's professional sports. People are going to boo, but like at the end of the day, that's our head coach, and we're going to ride for her, and we're always going to have our back, and that's never going to tear our locker room apart. So,
Caitlin Clark's raw emotion reveals the intense loyalty within the Fever locker room. Her outrage over fans booing her coach wasn't just disappointment. It was a deep sense of betrayal. This explosive reaction from the league's biggest star exposed a bitter conflict. The team versus a segment of its own fan base. How did a simple post-game comment ignite such a firestorm?
They are navigating the latest media storm and a tsunami of outside noise. Here's the Cliff Notes version of what's happened, the latest incident that's happened. So on Saturday, Fever and the Sky were playing. Sky guard Dejanay Carrington delivers this hard foul across the head and neck to Sophie Cunningham. Carrington gets ejected, automatic ejection because of that flagrant 2 foul.
The controversy began amidst the Fever's best stretch, a testament to their resilience. But a hard foul and subsequent ejection quickly escalated beyond the court. This single moment, a physical play inherent to the WNBA, became the flashpoint for a media storm that would engulf the team and its coach. What exactly did Coach White say to provoke such an immediate backlash?
Fever head coach Stephanie White tells reporters post-game that while the refs made the right call on the floor, she didn't believe the contact was malicious or intentional at all. This ends up triggering an outrage from sections of the fan base who accuse Stephanie White of not defending her own player.
Coach White's initial assessment, that the foul was not malicious, was intended to de-escalate, yet it had the opposite effect. Sections of the fan base interpreted her words as a failure to defend her own player, fueling an online outrage that quickly turned personal. The expectation for a coach to always condemn perceived aggression now clashed with a nuanced reality. Did anyone truly understand her perspective?
For those who have anything to say about the play in the last game, I didn't see the play in real time. I went straight to a press conference. I thought the play got called right. Thankfully, Sophie's okay. Was it egregious? Absolutely. When you have a chance to watch that over and over and over on replay, you can see that. I didn't have that in real time.
Stephanie White clarified that her initial comments were made without the benefit of replay, a crucial detail often lost in the immediate aftermath. Her honest admission highlights the pressure coaches face to react instantly to complex situations, often without all the facts. This disconnect between real-time perception and fan-fueled outrage only deepened the chasm of misunderstanding.
I take personally any suggestions that I don't 100% always have my players back. I ride with them 10 toes down all the time. All the time. They know that. It's a shame that we can't have an opportunity to talk about what great basketball they're playing. Because they are playing.
White passionately defended her unwavering loyalty, pushing back against accusations that she betrayed her team. Her personal hurt underscores the deep bonds between coaches and players, relationships often overlooked by external critics. The irony is, while battling fan perceptions of disloyalty, her focus remained on celebrating her team's hard-won successes. So what was the real agenda behind the public attacks?
I will always lead with love. I will always lead with grace. I will always lead with humility. And I will always lead with integrity. Doesn't mean I'll always get it right. I'm also human. The hate, the fear-mongering, the divisiveness, the stuff that's trying to hijack our league will not win.
White articulated her core values, vowing to lead with love, grace, and integrity, even amidst the chaos. She refused to let hate, fear-mongering, and divisiveness hijack the league, seeing the fan outrage as a symptom of a larger societal problem. This wasn't just about basketball, it was a battle for the soul of the sport. What kind of leadership did this moment truly call for?
Every day these women put their on the line. Every day. When they go low, we go high. Love will win. Grace will win. Humility will win. And kindness will win. I stand by them. I will always stand by them. Everybody else can go to hell.
Light's defiant stand showed her ultimate loyalty, declaring she would always stand by them, even telling detractors they can go to hell. This bold statement, while controversial, cemented her commitment to her players above all else. She challenged the negativity directly, hoping to foster a culture where love will win. But would her message of unity resonate with an increasingly divided fan base?
Fever fans then proceeded to boo Stephanie White at their own home arena before that game against the Liberty. The Fever won the game, and then after the game, Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham strongly denounced the pregame treatment of Stephanie White.
The unthinkable happened. Home fans booed their own coach, even as players rallied to her side. This unprecedented act of public disapproval signaled a breaking point, forcing athletes like Caitlin Clark to confront the toxic atmosphere head-on. The incident wasn't just about a foul anymore. It was about loyalty, respect, and the unexpected challenges of WNBA stardom.
I think our world is just like, we love to hate. We love to divide. Like, that's all we want to do. Like, nobody wants to see each other succeed. And I think that's a really painful thing for myself to watch. I feel like we need to do a better job at uplifting each other. And
Caitlin Clark offered a broader, more somber reflection on human nature, lamenting society's impulse to divide rather than uplift. Her words suggest this isn't just a WNBA issue, but a microcosm of a larger cultural phenomenon, impacting even sports. This emotional insight from the league's most visible player questions the very foundation of modern fandom. Is true unity possible?
I told her to her face, I said, Coach, this is for you. In terms of just a sense of confidence, a sense of awareness of that you're not alone. And if anybody know me, it's like I don't play that. So it's like it really hurt my feelings to see her kind of like have emotions in terms of like not feeling valued and not feeling wanted in a place where she has to coach. It's our culture, and I think we have to remind her that our culture is not going to let her fall to the wayside, and so I hope she knows that.
And maybe it's our job to remind the fans that this team is winning. Should someone tell the fans, the Fever fans, that they have a winning team, that they're in the midst right now of their best stretch of the season, that they've won 7 of their last 9?
Mitchell affirmed the team's strong culture, assuring Coach White they wouldn't let her fall to the wayside. The analyst immediately countered, questioning why fans would boo a team experiencing its best stretch of the season. This contradiction exposes a deep disconnect between on-court success and fan sentiment. Are some fans caught up in online narratives, missing the success before their eyes?
What?
The fans have to get out of the locker room. These fans are so entrenched in that locker room, that is not their job. They are paying to go see these games, and they're going to get great basketball while they are there. They're not appreciating it. Leah Boston today saying it was annoying, it was so disrespectful, but it's not patty cake, ladies. It is a physical game.
There's so many conversations that are happening outside of basketball, and some of the players are starting the conversations. And then once the conversations get rolling, and how do you put the genie back in the bottle? Like, how do you stop it? It's like, once you bring up a topic, yeah, the internet is gonna roll with it and keep.
A crucial context often overlooked is the WNBA's inherently physical nature, a reality many new fans might not grasp. The analyst points out how easily online discussions spiral, turning simple plays into league-altering narratives. Once a topic goes viral, reclaiming a balanced perspective becomes almost impossible. How can the truth survive in a world of instant outrage?
It's a hard foul, and hard fouls happen, and I think Steph White was speaking to the fact that she knows DeJounte, and she knows DeJounte goes hard. So, that got misconstrued in some other way, but I mean, I know she had to go back and say, I didn't see it and it was egregious, but it's like, it's a hard foul, and hard fouls happen all the time. Like I said, I've seen it. Jordan Canada,
felt it.
I've felt it. I've gotten my head taken off more times.
The analyst provided a crucial defense of Coach White, suggesting her comments stem from a personal understanding of the player involved, not a lack of concern for her own team. This nuanced explanation highlights how easily intentions are misread in the glare of the spotlight, especially when coupled with online narratives. Was the initial outcry simply a misunderstanding amplified by social media?
It doesn't happen when the team isn't winning. Like, I mean, this happens when the team is losing, the fans will boo.
But not when they're winning 7 of the last 9.
When they're winning like this. I mean, I loved it Fans a lot of times will say, stick to sports. Well, how about the fans stick to sports? Because if we're just
Reinforcing the absurdity, the analyst emphasized that booing typically accompanies losing, not winning. They challenged fans to stick to sports, implying that much of the current drama stems from issues outside pure basketball. This begs the question, are some fans more invested in the drama surrounding the game than the actual play unfolding on the court?
You wouldn't have seen the result against the Liberty. I don't believe. And those of us who've been around a long time, that adversity sometimes just gels the team together. There's a lot of personalities. Yeah. There are a lot of issues going in that locker room, but right now they are gelling around.
I mean, it makes it more of a us against everyone, and that's in general, that's how I feel when I'm in a locker room anyway. Like, we'll even say, like, even if it's family members, like.
Despite the external chaos, a powerful silver lining emerged. Adversity is forging a stronger bond within the team. This us against everyone mentality often unites athletes, transforming external pressure into internal cohesion. The controversy, unintended, might be creating a resilient, formidable squad. Could this turmoil actually be a catalyst for their unexpected success?
That's the online community where they're just jumping into conversations that they want to have a comment on, or they're politicizing conversations, or they're politicizing situations. That's not necessarily these hardcore fans that are down for the cause, that know the Indiana Fever have won 7 of their last 9 games, that know the Indiana Fever are scoring like 100 points per game at home, where they're booing their own head coach. It's like this.
A clear distinction is drawn between hardcore fans who understand the game's nuances and a newer online community politicizing conversations. This divergence highlights the challenge of managing diverse fan expectations in a rapidly expanding league. The question remains, who truly owns the narrative around the WNBA's future? And how do you discern genuine support from performative outrage?
There are different categories of fans, and you can check in, you can check out, that's fine. But when you start making it about something other than the sport, then you are a different type of fan.
Definitely.
And that's not the fan that people
I'm glad you
around.
said that, actually, because it's not about the length of time that you were a fan. Like, I love that there's so many new fans in the WNBA. It's fire. It's like, this is exactly what women's sports wanted, like the attention that it deserves.
The discussion concludes by welcoming new fans, but cautions against those who hijack the sport for external agendas. It's a plea for authenticity, urging supporters to engage with the game itself, not use it as a platform for division. This underscores a critical challenge for the WNBA, how to grow while preserving its integrity from outside manipulation. What's the real cost of this viral attention? There is a practical consequence here. One's side gets more leverage, and the next answer shows whether that leverage holds. The important part is not the soundbite itself. It is the pressure it creates for the next decision. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. This is where the story turns from opinion into pressure. The next clip shows who actually has to respond. The important part is not the soundbite itself. It is the pressure it creates for the next decision. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. This is where the story turns from opinion into pressure. The next clip shows who actually has to respond. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. The important part is not the soundbite itself. It is the pressure it creates for the next decision. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. The important part is not the soundbite itself. It is the pressure it creates for the next decision. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. The important part is not the soundbite itself. It is the pressure it creates for the next decision. This is where the story turns from opinion into pressure. The next clip shows who actually has to respond. This is where the story turns from opinion into pressure. The next clip shows who actually has to respond. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. There is a practical consequence here. One's side gets more leverage, and the next answer shows whether that leverage holds. This is where the story turns from opinion into pressure. The next clip shows who actually has to respond. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. There is a practical consequence here. One side gets more leverage, and the next answer shows whether that leverage holds. This is where the story turns from opinion into pressure. The next clip shows who actually has to respond. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. The important part is not the soundbite itself. It is the pressure it creates for the next decision. There is a practical consequence here. One side gets more leverage, and the next answer shows whether that leverage holds. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. There is a practical consequence here. One side gets more leverage, and the next answer shows whether that leverage holds. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. There is a practical consequence here. One side gets more leverage, and the next answer shows whether that leverage holds. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. The useful details what was left unsaid. That gap is why the next moment matters. The important part is not the soundbite itself. It is the pressure it creates for the next decision. There is a practical consequence here. One side gets more leverage, and the next answer shows whether that leverage holds. This clip only works if we slow it down. The wording is careful, but the timing says more than the quote. This is where the story turns from opinion into pressure. The next clip shows who actually has to respond.